Next story we got here is a crossover that I don't think any of us really anticipated seeing is The Simpsons and Family Guy are going to have a crossover episode. This is in the works. It's kind of like a long time in the works, I guess. It's not going to come out until fall 2014. But we have a description of it, which, I don't know, kind of in a way like spoils the episode maybe, but I was going to read it right here. It's going to have like where Peter and the rest of the Griffins embark on a road trip and wind up in Springfield. There they cross paths with Homer, who graciously greets his new albino visitors, and the two families become fast friends. Stewie is impressed with Bart and his assortment of pranks. Lisa tries to figure out exactly what it is that she's good at, and Marge and Lois do some bonding. Meanwhile, Peter and Homer argue over which beer is better, Pawtucket or Duff. So, I mean, how does this plan sound? Like, would you like to see more of these types of crossovers, specifically with Simpsons and Family Guy? And would there be any other crossovers on TV you'd like to see?
I really don't know. And the thing is, I guess I don't know because, these two humor styles are completely different. Family Guy is a different type of funny than The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And where every nerd fanboy at some point wants to see a crossover. There's no doubt about that. Every nerd fanboy out there wants to see crossovers between the most ridiculous stuff. Transformers and Star Trek is one that I hear all the time. I'm not a fan of, but people say it, and I can't figure out why.
Transformers Avengers, that happened.
Yeah, that did happen. Yeah. X-Men Star Trek, that also happened.
That did happen. I remember that one, yeah.
Neither here nor there. I don't know about this one.
This might be, the greatest thing to ever happen to the two shows in general, and who's to say it won't spark more like that? What's Futurama? What would be a show to cross over with Futurama?
King of the Hill.
Obviously, King of the Hill.
Now for something completely different.
That robot ain't right. King of the Hill, I know had that cameo. I think it was in Simpsons, wasn't it? They were in they were watching some football show or something like that.
We drove 2,000 miles for this.
This goes to show you, it's kind of it has a possibility, a real possibility of doing something awesome. Yeah. So who's to say that?
And I guess maybe who still finds Family Guy funny? I do occasionally. It happens at least twice an episode. Generally, here's something else too. American Dad is going to TBS for 2014. Really? American Dad is no longer on Fox, and the Cleveland show has been canceled too. So a lot of Seth MacFarlane's projects, or animated projects, are not doing so well. Now, American Dad has been. I didn't get it at first. I did not find American Dad funny right off the bat.
Yeah.
It took me a few years to understand the allure of American Dad, and it was the Christmas episode that Steve kills Santa. That's where I learned to like American Dad.
It took a Christmas episode to hook you in. I haven't really been a fan of Family Guy for a long while. I like maybe I don't know, the first 4 seasons maybe, and then I just completely dropped off after that. And the fact that this episode is actually going to take place in Family Guy, it's going to be a Family Guy episode where this crossover takes place, kind of worries me a little bit because I'm not sure how much of the humor from Family Guy they're going to take as opposed to the humor from Simpsons when you have the Simpsons around. Are the Simpsons going to make random pop culture references also? That's kind of what I'm concerned about.
And who's to say that one of Peter's flashbacks might not enter into it?
Well, and that's the thing. I can see it both working together as long as the Simpsons crew gets to manage their characters and Family Guy manages their characters.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's the trick.
And that'd be funny because, Homer's humor, it being sort of similar but completely different to Peter's humor.
Yeah. I mean, he's just completely dumb, basically. And, Peter's dumb, but, he refers to, things that he probably shouldn't even know about, Transformers or whatever,
Brian being able to understand Maggie. It'd actually be funnier if Stewie understood Maggie.
Yeah, so Maggie should be able to understand Brian as well.
Yeah.
Stewie gets, a crush on her or something. You could do something like that. Oh, or maybe if you have, Stewie and Maggie working together in order to get the unibrow baby.
Yeah.
That would be even funnier.
Is there, another crossover that you guys would love to see, between TV shows specifically?
If Fringe was still an option, I would like Fringe and Doctor Who.
Doctor Who could cross over with anyone, yeah.
Exactly.
That's the same
Doctor Who and Bill Cosby show.
There's a theory that, Twin Peaks, The X-Files, and The Wire are all in the same universe. which is the most random thing because it all stems out of Saint Elsewhere, where like the very last episode of Saint Elsewhere was all a dream in this little boy's mind.
Huh.
But all three of these series take place in that same universe because of a connected character. Like, it's really crazy interesting. Daredevil and Ninja Turtles were created in the same accident, apparently. That's part of that, too. Like, the accident that injured Matt Murdock, the chemicals that went on him supposedly went into the sewer, which created the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
This is like stuff you think about, like,
oh, well, that's the idea they
I
had.
can see that.
To what you said about when we talked about Futurama, I think American Dad and Futurama should have a crossover. That would actually be something that you could explain. Because there's an alien in American Dad, so it's just like...
That's true. That's true.
There's at least a bridge for that.
Yeah. You got something there. I mean, like, it's kind of like when you have, like, the Flintstones and, like, the Jetsons meet. I mean, how did they meet? Well, time travel, of course. You got Elroy on the friggin' shit, you know?
They're two completely different, opposite ends of the spectrum.
Exactly. But Elroy was like the key, just being a boy genius. And, time travel, of course, because I'm from the future. I know how to do time travel. I'm a second grade boy.
Makes perfect sense.